On page 4.7, we are going to look at putting equations in standard form. So we have slope-intercept form, which was y equals mx plus b, and then standard form, which looks like this: ax plus by equals c. So your x and your y are on the same side, and then it's equal to a number. So what we need to do is we need to solve them for y. So in number 1, to get the y by itself, you need to subtract 2x from both sides. Now, one thing I do want you to get in the habit of doing is making sure it stays in slope-intercept form. So you actually want your x term first. So number 1 would say y equals negative 2x plus 3. When we look at number 2, we're solving all of these for y. So the first thing you do is you subtract 4x to get it to the other side. So I have 5y equals negative 4x minus 30. Now, when we did these before, we just did one big division sign with 5. You actually want to divide everything separately now, because we want it back in slope-intercept form. So we want an m and a b separately. So our final answer for number 2 is going to say y equals, we leave it as just negative 4/5 x, do not make it a decimal, minus 30 divided by 5 is 6. So that is your final answer. It's okay to have fractions in your answer, because lots of times our slopes are fractions. When we look at number 3, the first thing we need to do is move the x over. So we're going to subtract x from both sides. When you do that, you're left with negative 3y equals negative x plus 12. Again, put your x term first. The x is negative and the 12 is positive. Divide everything by negative 3. So y equals, if there's no number in front of the x, you can put a 1. Negative divided by negative is positive. So positive 1/3 x. Positive 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. So y equals 1/3 x minus 4 is your correct answer. Number 5, you're going to subtract the 4x. So the nice thing about these is the steps are pretty much the same. You're always going to add or subtract your x term over first. We have a negative sign, and then the y equals negative 4x. You don't need to put plus 0. Again, this is like having a negative 1, so divide everything by negative 1. Y equals 4x is your final answer. Number 7, now we need to add 6x to make it go away. So 4y equals 6x plus 20. Divide by 4, divide by 4, divide by 4. Y equals, simplify to 3 over 2x plus 5. Do not leave it as 6 over 4. You need to simplify it to 3 over 2. Number 9, subtract 3x. 3y equals negative 3x minus 12. Divide everything by 3. Y equals negative x minus 4. Again, it would be negative 1, but we don't need to put the 1, just the negative sign. Number 11, subtract 12x. So negative 9y equals negative 12x minus 9. divide everything by negative 9. Y equals, negative divided by negative is positive. That simplifies to 4 over 3. X. Negative 9 over negative 9 is positive, so plus 1. When you have it in a graph, the hint says to convert all of these to slope-intercept form to see which one is correct. The other thing you could do is this. So if you want to change all of them, you can do that. I would recommend doing this though. Put it in slope-intercept form first. So this is b is negative 2 up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, so 1/3. So y equals 1/3 x minus 2. Let me rewrite that over here. What we can do now is we can actually put it back in standard form. So to put it in standard form, you're going to move your x term back over to the left. So I would subtract 1/3 x. Negative 1/3 x plus y is equal to negative 2. Now notice none of these answers have a negative for the x. Your x term in standard form can never be negative. So what you need to do, and it also can never be a fraction, so you need to multiply that by negative 3 to make that go away. So then we would have x minus 3y equals 6. So you have to distribute that to everything. So your correct answer for that one is B. So if you feel comfortable doing it that way, you can. Otherwise, you would want to take all of A, B, C, and D, which luckily you would get to stop after B, but change them into slope-intercept form to see which one matches that. But you can also change slope-intercept form into standard form. So let me show you that again with number 15. Your y-intercept is 7. And then your slope, I'm going to go from here to here, down 5, and right 4. So negative 5 over 4. So your equation in slope-intercept form is y equals negative 5/4 x plus 7. So I would add 5/4 x, 5/4 x plus y is equal to 7. You need to get rid of the fraction, so you would multiply by 4. So 5x plus 4y equals 28. So our answer would be C.